guys, it's Shadow the Rat, and for today's video I wanted to go ahead and show you guys the basketball hoop that I use for my rats when I train them to play basketball. Now, I've done a video on these hoops before, however it was a long time ago, and these are probably the prop I get asked about the most, so I thought I would go ahead and kind of talk about them again, and more specifically I wanted to show you how they are assembled. Because this here is basically a little basketball made for parrots, and you can get it on Amazon. It's called the Carly Bird Toy. Don't ask me why it's not called a basketball hoop when that's what it is, but whatever. But anyways, this is the perfect size for rats, and it's very easy to assemble. But as you can see, I have a hot glue gun, and that's because when you assemble these, they tend to be a little bit loose for rats. That is to say, they're not really meant to take a rat's weight if they jump up on the hoop. And if you're training them basketball, they pretty much all at some point try to jump on the hoop. So it really helps to glue everything down to help prevent any issues there. And I do believe I need a screwdriver, so let me go get that, and then we will unpack these and make them, because my old basketball hoops are getting a little bit grungy at this point. They're several years old, which is why I decided to get some new ones, and then just kind of show you guys how I prep them for the rats. Okay, so I have my screwdriver, so now let's go ahead and open this and see what it looks like. So, as you can see, this is what comes in the package. Now, you do not actually need this thing right here. This is that little step ladder thing that the bird is sitting on. This is too small for rats. I mean, you can make it if you want them to chew it up. It's like a chew toy to them. It's not going to help with training basketball, so I'm going to just put this aside. Same with the ball. The ball here is not a good one for rats. You're better off using a mini wiffle ball, which is what I use. So I just don't use this ball. It's just not really something that works well for rats, but the mini wiffle balls work great. Okay, now to make the basketball hoop itself, we just need to slide it together. As you can see, there is a little pre-drilled hole right here that one of the screws that comes with the hoop can go into. And I have a little screwdriver right here, so I'm just going to go ahead and screw that in. And you'll see in a second, once I finish assembling the hoop, then I'm going to use the hot glue gun to make everything a little bit more sturdy. But for now, I just wanted to screw everything together. It just takes a little bit of effort. It's not too bad. It's a very soft wood, so not really hard. There we go. Okay, that's pretty sturdy. So we got that in there. Next up, we have the hoop itself. So it clips on this little wooden piece, and then you use the second screw, which is this little tiny one right here, and that also has a pre-drilled hole, and I will also screw that in. Let's see if my big old Phillips can get it in there. I think the first time I did these hoops, I didn't even use a screwdriver. Like, I just used my hands to screw in the screws. So I have no idea how I managed to get them in so well, but my other hoops have lasted me quite a while and through quite a few rats. So I figured that, you know, now that it's time to replace them, I might as well get the same things. Oh, I think the screw is almost in there. There we go. And okay. Crud. Well, I just made a mistake here. I'm going to have to take out that screw because, as it turns out, I was supposed to screw on the basketball hoop, which makes sense. Okay, let's just take the screw out. Okay, well, that just shows you what you get for not remembering how to do it correctly, but that's okay. Okay, so I see that instead we're supposed to put this on and align the little hole in the back with the little pre-drilled hole, and then use the screw to get it in there. There we go. Okay, that makes more sense. Let's see. get it as tight as possible, because like I said, the rats will eventually jump on it, so you don't want it to come apart at the first sign of pressure. Okay, so this here is our basketball hoop, and it looks fine, and it is fine, but in order to make it a little bit more rat proof, what I did with the other hoop was I simply put a little bit of hot glue around the screw. So just like this, and I also did it around the attachment piece. And I just let it dry for a few seconds. And then I did the exact same thing with the screw on this side. So I need to pull up the little netting. There we go. If I remember correctly, I think I also added a little bit right here to help just keep everything together really well. Just a few areas. Okay. I think the bottom's dry now. Yeah, it's dry. Okay, so that is our assembled hoop. As you can see, super simple. And it looks very cute. Works really well with the mini wiffle ball. And my rats will be very pleased to have their basketball hoop brought back. So let me just go ahead and assemble the second one. I'm just going to do that quickly. And then at the end, I will talk a little bit more about the hoop itself. So as you can see, I have finished assembling the second hoop. These do only come as single hoops, so you have to buy 2 of them if you want to use them for versus basketball, which is what I call rat basketball. But they work really well, and like I said, I've had my other ones for a few years, and they still actually work. It's just that they're getting kind of nasty because, well, they're made of wood, so eventually they start to get kind of gross. But they'll last you quite a while, and they are the perfect size for rats, both standard and dwarf, so I highly recommend them if you have rats and you're teaching them basketball. And I'll have them linked down below in the description and comments for anyone who wants to check them out. Like I mentioned, I got mine on Amazon. Maybe you can get them some other places, but that's just where I found them. But anyways, yeah, I'm pretty happy with how they turned out, and I'm very excited to let my rats play with them again. So yeah, I'm just going to close out this video by showing you some clips of my rats playing basketball, and I will also link my video for training rats basketball in the description for anyone who's interested in that. Okay, so that is it for this video, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!